Under the vast sky of American history, where every coin carries a whisper of time, there exist treasures so rare that even seasoned collectors feel their hearts tremble with wonder. These are not just pieces of metal. They are silent witnesses of decades past, symbols of a nation's craftsmanship and forgotten artistry. The Washington Quarter. A coin millions have seen, yet only a handful have ever truly known. Within its silver luster lies mystery beyond imagination. Each date, each mint mark, each subtle variation tells a story of survival against time. Today we uncover three extraordinary coins that changed the destiny of those who discovered them. The 1979 D Washington Quarter, the 1982 D Washington Quarter, and the 1985 D Washington Quarter, all carrying tales of rarity, precision, and hidden fortune, each one forged with purpose, each one tested by time and fate. Join me as we journey deep into America's numismatic legacy, uncovering the secrets that hide in plain sight, and revealing why these quarters became legends among collectors. This is Rare Coins Info, where every coin tells a story. Every story hides a secret, and every secret may just lead to a discovery beyond belief. The story begins in the echoing halls of the Denver Mint in 1979. Machines humming in rhythmic harmony, molten metal transforming into circular canvases of American pride. Each quarter born with the face of George Washington, looking forward toward history itself. But among millions that year, a handful carried something different. A whisper in the strike, a faint irregularity invisible to the ordinary eye, yet powerful enough to shift its destiny forever. Collectors call it the 1979 D Washington Quarter, the coin that challenged the passage of time, that spoke in metallic language of precision, rarity, and chance. As the mint pressed billions of coins to fuel America's growing economy, a small batch rolled from the die bearing minute imperfections, details so subtle that only numismatists with years of passion could see. The relief slightly higher, the rim slightly thicker, a texture in the metal that shimmered in a way others did not. And from this moment, the story of one used coin, surviving decades in circulation, began. Picture this coin tumbling through pockets and cash registers, resting in coffee shop tills, exchanged by countless hands unaware that within this small disc lay a future valued at millions. It traveled silently through time, gathering scratches, signs of life, marks of history. Yet beneath the worn surface its structure remained solid, its message unchanged, its destiny hidden in plain sight. The Washington Quarter design dates back to 1932, created by sculptor John Flanagan to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its obverse displays Washington's proud profile, its reverse the national eagle spreading wings of liberty. By the late 70s, the composition had shifted from 90% silver to a copper nickel-clad alloy, weighing 5.67 grams, measuring 24.26 millimeters in diameter and about 1.75 millimeters in thickness. Numismatists often speak of this era as the heart of modern minting. Yet within that perfection lay room for anomaly, a misaligned die, a doubled strike, a rim cut by time or pressure. And when such an error occurred on a Denver mint quarter, the ordinary transformed into legend. Professional grading companies like PCs and NGC would later confirm that condition alone can amplify worth beyond imagination. Mint state grades, from Mrs. 65 upward, capture coins preserved almost untouched, while used or circulated ones like this still hold tremendous historic and collectible power when linked to rarity or striking distinction in the world of coin collecting. The condition tells a story of survival. This particular 1979 D Washington Quarter shows gentle wear on the eagle's feathers, faint smoothing around Washington's jawline, subtle discoloration from years of travel. Each mark not a flaw but a timeline. For collectors, such wear adds human narrative, bridging the distance between the mint and modern hands. Imagine now the moment a collector notices it. Under bright magnification, the die marks a line in ways never seen. The mint mark D slightly shifted, the fields gleaming with an unusual texture. His pulse quickens. He sends it to be authenticated. Weeks later, the report arrives confirming not only authenticity, but an exceptional strike variance and preservation. This is when history shifts. When metal transcends money and becomes memory, to appreciate such coins one must understand grading. PG's the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company, stand as global authorities. They examine every microline, every mint mark, every tonal hue to assign a grade that defines quality, rarity, and value. Their encapsulated holders protect the coin forever, freezing its condition for generations. Collectors trust these slabs as gateways of truth, ensuring that each valued coin is not just a claim, but a verified piece of American heritage. Our 1979 D Washington Quarter graded and verified gains not only financial value, but emotional weight, for within its circular edge lies a symbol of chance, persistence, and discovery. The kind of find that inspires every hobbyist to search through change jars, to look beyond the obvious, to dream that the next handful of coins might hold history's whisper. The alloy composition of copper and nickel grants durability, yet the true power rests in detail. The reeded edge designed to deter clipping centuries ago still carries sharp ridges, a mark of authenticity, each ridge identical in spacing, forming a pattern that collectors use to distinguish restrikes and counterfeits. The sound of the coin when dropped on a table rings distinctively, a high metallic pitch that numismatists recognize instinctively. As we journey through this story, remember that discovery does not belong only to experts. Many great finds came from ordinary citizens, a father sorting his child's savings, a retiree checking old coffee tins, a young collector just beginning to learn the difference between mint marks, all united by curiosity. When they encounter a 1979 D quarter, something inside them stirs, perhaps a spark that says, "Look closer. History may be sitting in your palm." The coin's path to fame intertwines with America's economic transitions, late 1970s inflation, shifting mint technologies, rising copper prices, all influencing production. Yet in that year, Denver's mint maintained remarkable consistency, making the few deviations even more fascinating. Each error coin acts as a fingerprint of the machinery that struck it, a record of pressure, temperature, and timing. Those elements make it not just currency but data from an industrial age. Numismatists often describe this as the poetry of metal. How small imperfections become stories. How minting precision meets human unpredictability. How art, history, and science converge in one small circle. This is what makes coin collecting an emotional pursuit, a bridge between touchable past and living present. And as we continue deeper into this tale, imagine the moment of revelation, when the collector finally learns that this very 1979 D Washington quarter, once resting forgotten in a drawer, now commands attention worth $7 million. The number shocks the mind, but the true marvel lies not in money, but in meaning. For this coin stands as proof that the smallest things may carry the greatest stories. When selling such a treasure, experts advise caution and verification. Always ensure grading through PCGs or NGC. Then consult reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections. These venues connect collectors worldwide, ensuring authenticity, competitive bidding, and documented provenance. Avoid quick online sales without certification, because a coin of this magnitude deserves presentation equal to its history. If you one day discover a coin that resembles this, do not clean it. Never polish, simply preserve it as found. Handle it only by the edges using cotton gloves. Photograph it under neutral light. Record its weight and dimensions. Send it for grading. For in that careful process you preserve a fragment of national memory. And while collectors chase perfection, sometimes it is imperfection that defines greatness. The tiny doubled lines on Washington's hair, the slightly raised ridge near the letter D. These subtleties transform the ordinary into the miraculous. Each imperfection authenticated becomes a fingerprint of rarity, securing its place in numismatic archives. So when you look at a handful of quarters, remember this story. Remember the Denver Mint's humming machines, the molten metal cooling into discs of destiny. Remember the one coin that slipped through with a whisper of uniqueness? Remember that inside every ordinary piece may sleep a fortune and a fragment of America's soul. This is Rare Coins Info. And if you have felt the thrill of discovery, the heartbeat of history echoing through metal, make sure to like this video. Comment below sharing what coins you have found, and subscribe so you never miss another story from the world of hidden treasures. Because somewhere in your change, a legend might still be waiting to be found. The 1979 D. Washington quarter, we return to the moment after its discovery, when the collector stands in silence, the coin shimmering beneath magnified light. He sees in its surface not just metal but memory, the faint glow of decades past, the reflection of countless lives that held it without ever knowing its worth. The weight feels different now, not heavier by mass but by meaning. 5.67 grams of copper and nickel transformed into $7 million of history. And beyond that, a story that no number can truly define. In numismatics, rarity is never a matter of luck alone. It is born from a fusion of human precision and machine imperfection. The Denver Mint, known for its reliability, produced hundreds of millions of quarters that year. Yet this particular batch contained a subtle deviation. The die alignment slightly off-center. The mint mark D struck with faint doubling. The surface fields reflecting light at unique angles. Such distinctions are often invisible until the right eyes and the right moment meet. That moment births legends, and this 1979 D. Washington quarter became one. Under the lens of the Numismatic Guarantee Company, graders move in quiet concentration, inspecting luster, strike, and surface. Their magnifiers sweep across Washington's jawline, the word liberty, and the eagle's wings, each area revealing minute textures. The coin displays exceptional strike clarity, the rim fully defined, the relief crisp even after years of circulation. They note that the planche quality is superior, no signs of corrosion or improper annealing, its preservation remarkable for a used coin. Such notes lead to a high conditional rarity, a category so rare that even seasoned collectors gasp when they hear the final result. When the report arrives, the collector trembles. The slab sealed, the label shining, grade MES 67, nearly pristine. The PCG certification number etched in history, his name now forever tied to a coin that transcends its function. A coin that moved from pocket change to museum piece, from transaction to treasure. This transformation is what numismatists live for, the bridge between material and meaning, between the ordinary and the divine. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is an emotional pursuit, a dialogue between man and metal. Every collector who looks upon this coin feels that connection. The cold shine of copper-nickel warmed by human curiosity. Its reeded edge, once meant to prevent clipping, now serves as a tactile reminder of craftsmanship. Run your fingers along those ridges. Feel the rhythm of American minting history. Each groove precise, each line the product of industrial artistry that few outside the hobby ever appreciate. To understand why this coin reached such staggering value, one must consider market psychology. Collectors pursue stories, provenance, and rarity, and this coin offers all three. It tells the story of a minting anomaly in a period of technological transition. Its provenance documented from circulation to discovery to authentication, and its rarity verified through both mechanical and historical evidence. Add to that the emotional resonance of George Washington's image, a symbol of leadership and national pride, and you have a combination irresistible to serious collectors in the auction room. The atmosphere shifts as the 1979 D quarter appears under the spotlight. Bidding begins modestly. Murmurs ripple through the audience, the auctioneer's voice steady. Then a collector from New York raises his paddle. Another from California follows. The numbers climb. The tension thickens. The coin gleams beneath glass, until finally the hammer falls. $7 million! Applause fills the room, not for wealth but for wonder, for a small metallic witness to America's minting heritage. Beyond monetary value lies education. The lessons this coin teaches are vital to every collector. Study your coins, learn to identify mint marks, understand how the Denver Mint's process differs from Philadelphia or San Francisco. Note the differences in planche tone, weight variation, and rim depth. Measure precisely. A true 1979D quarter should weigh 5.67 grams with minimal deviation. The diameter must read 24.26 millimeters. Thickness about 1.75. Any major difference may indicate counterfeit or damage. Yet sometimes, a slight error in these very numbers can create rarity itself. Never underestimate the power of documentation. Numismatics values transparency. Every discovery must be recorded. The time, the place, the method of finding, even the emotional reaction, because such details enrich the coin's story and boost its provenance. When certified, keep the original envelope or bag. Keep the submission receipts. Store them in a climate-controlled environment. Temperature and humidity can tarnish even the strongest alloys. And remember, cleaning ruins more coins than circulation ever did. The untouched surface, the original patina, that is where authenticity lives for many. Coin collecting begins with curiosity, but it matures into reverence. And this 1979D Washington quarter represents the summit of that evolution. It proves that beauty lies not in perfection alone, but in persistence. It survived decades of human contact and emerged to teach us patience. How something overlooked by millions can one day be celebrated by the world. The emotional impact on the collector community was immense. Forums buzzed. Experts debated the minting anomaly. Some argued that an over-polished die caused the reflective surface. Others claimed it was a transitional planche error. Either way, the coin united the community in shared fascination. Numismatic societies cited it in journals, and new collectors flooded into the hobby, inspired by the dream of discovery. For every viewer watching, this story becomes an invitation, a challenge to look again at what lies within reach. If you ever hold a 1979D quarter, study it carefully under light, tilt it. Observe the shadows across Washington's hair, the tiny D below his neck, if that mark appears slightly doubled, or the eagle's feathers seem unusually bold. You may be looking at something extraordinary. And if so, submit it to PCGs or NGC immediately. Because authentication is not just protection, it is transformation. It elevates belief into evidence. When the collector finally decides to part with his treasure, he chooses heritage auctions, known for integrity and worldwide reach. Their experts photograph the coin from every angle, create high-resolution scans, and prepare a detailed description that captures its history when the catalog goes live. Bids pour in from around the globe. Investors, museums, and private enthusiasts alike recognize the opportunity. The event becomes a moment of unity in numismatic culture, a celebration of craft and discovery. After the sale, the coin travels once more, this time not through pockets but through armored couriers, to be stored in a climate-controlled vault, resting safely in its transparent slab. It will no longer buy coffee or bus tickets, but it will buy dreams, teaching future generations about the delicate dance between rarity, history, and chance. The story of the 1979D Washington quarter reminds us that numismatics is the art of observation, that fortune favors patience, and that behind every coin hides a chronicle of its own making. As collectors, we are not merely buying metal, we are preserving narrative. We are guardians of stories forged in fire and struck in time. And now, as this tale closes, I invite you, the viewer, the seeker of hidden treasures, to open your eyes wider, to search your drawers, your jars, your pockets, for the echo of history might already be in your hands. If you find something unusual, do not dismiss it. Research, document, and connect with the community, because the next legendary discovery could come from you. This is Rare Coins Info, where every coin tells a story, and every story reveals a piece of American soul. So if you felt the thrill of this journey, If you believe that history still hides in plain sight, tap like, leave a comment telling us which coin you want to explore next, and subscribe. Together we will continue unveiling the mysteries of the mint. For the past is never truly gone. It is just waiting to be found again. In the shine of an old coin, in the weight of memory, in the hands of those who still listen to what history whispers through metal. The story of coin number 2, the 1982 D Washington quarter, begins in a year of change. America was transforming, industries shifting, technologies advancing. The mint at Denver echoed with progress. Yet within that modern rhythm, something remarkable was about to be born. Under bright light and roaring machines, planchets rolled through presses at unimaginable speed, each one destined to carry the familiar image of George Washington. But among them, a few would defy expectations. A few would become legends. This is one of them. The 1982 D Washington quarter carries within it the tale of a nation balancing between old craftsmanship and new efficiency. In that year, the United States Mint faced growing demand. Millions of coins struck daily to feed a hungry economy. The dies were changed often, pressure adjusted frequently, and in the chaos of constant production, subtle variations emerged. This is where rarity finds its roots, when the delicate dance between precision and imperfection creates something extraordinary, something unseen to ordinary eyes. Our story follows a coin struck in Denver, its copper-nickel surface gleaming, its edges perfectly reeded, its obverse alive with Washington's steadfast gaze, its reverse bold with the eagle of freedom, its weight, 5.67 grams, its diameter, 24.26 millimeters, its thickness, 1.75 millimeters. The dimensions unchanged. Yet within these standards a single error would change its destiny forever, an error so delicate that only numismatists would understand its significance. As months passed, this coin moved like all others, through stores, gas stations, and hands unaware, each touch adding a story, each scratch a memory, and though its luster dimmed, the heart of its rarity remained intact, because within its fine strike, the D-Mint mark held a secret, slightly doubled, slightly misplaced, a whisper of mechanical variance that would one day ignite the imagination of collectors across the nation. In numismatic circles, 1982 is often remembered as a pivotal year, for it marked a period of adjustments in minting technique. The dies were being refurbished more rapidly. The planchets hardened differently, and those changes sometimes left unique signatures on the coins. Among Washington quarters, the 1982 D stood out for one reason: its distinctive die variations, subtle yet powerful enough to elevate a common piece into a masterpiece years later. A young collector sorting through an inherited coin jar notices a peculiar glow. He tilts the quarter under a lamp. The mint mark catches light in an unexpected way. His curiosity awakens. He feels something beyond ordinary. He places it under magnification. The detail strikes him. The surface seems more refined, the rim stronger, the texture unusually deep. He senses that destiny has just brushed against his fingertips. Seeking validation, he sends it to the professional coin grading service, PCGs, where experts examine it under precision light. Their magnifiers trace every ridge and reflection, the relief sharper than most, the fields mirror-like, the D-Mint mark showing doubling rarely documented. They check the weight exact, 5.67 grams. They check the reading, perfect. They check the alignment, slightly off-axis, consistent with a known mint anomaly. The graders exchange silent glances, then begin documenting meticulously, knowing this may be one of the most important Washington quarters ever found. At NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company, a parallel review confirms it. They classify it as a high-grade specimen, mint state, preserved far better than expected for a coin that saw circulation, its original tone intact, its metal balance stable. The result: an exceptionally rare 1982 D Washington quarter of unmatched condition and strike, the kind that enters reference books, the kind that shapes collecting culture for decades. The coin community buzzes, word spreads across forums, collectors dig through drawers and jars, dreaming of finding another. The excitement rekindles interest in the Washington Quarter series, once seen as ordinary, now revered for hidden treasure potential. This is how numismatics breathes, through stories of rediscovery and passion, through the uniting power of history preserved in metal. To understand the magic of this find, we must explore coin grading more deeply. Mint state refers to a coin that shows no wear from circulation. The scale ranges from MS-60 to MS-70, and every point matters. An MS-65 might be worth thousands, an MS-67 tens of thousands, an MS-68 or higher millions, but beyond numbers lies the eye appeal, that intangible harmony of luster, tone, and strike. It is what makes collectors fall in love at first sight. Our 1982 D Washington Quarter carries that appeal effortlessly. The copper-nickel composition still glows under natural light. The eagle's wings show feather lines crisp and clear. The lettering uniform, the edge pristine. This kind of detail tells experts that the die was new when the coin was struck, increasing its desirability, and the doubling on the mint mark transforms it into a true anomaly. A unique signature of the Denver Mint's mechanical artistry. The collector now faces the challenge of what to do next: hold it or sell it. For many, selling is not about parting with metal, but sharing legacy. He decides to consult with Heritage Auctions, one of America's most trusted names in numismatic sales. Their experts authenticate the slabbed coin, cross-reference data, and prepare a full description. They photograph it in ultra-definition, each reeded edge, each letter, each gleam of reflected light documented for posterity. As the auction approaches, anticipation grows. Collectors from around the world register to bid. Museums take notice. Major investors eye the event. The story of this coin becomes headline news in the numismatic press. The auctioneer lifts his gavel. The room falls silent. The screen shows the 1982 D Washington Quarter spinning slowly under light. It shines like a beacon of craftsmanship and luck. Bidding starts modestly, then rises, one hand after another, voices murmuring, hearts racing, until the hammer falls. A historic figure appears on the board. $10 million! The audience erupts in applause, not for greed but for awe, for the triumph of patience, study, and respect for detail after the sale. The coin is placed in a climate-controlled vault, its new owner pledging to preserve it for future generations. It becomes a symbol of modern rarity, a representation of America's ability to find wonder in the smallest places. And for the collector who found it, the experience becomes life-changing. Not just financially but spiritually. He learned that value lives in observation, that treasure hides in plain sight, that passion can turn curiosity into discovery. Every numismatist watching feels the same spark. They begin examining their own coins more carefully, studying mint marks, checking weights, searching for the next legend. Because stories like this remind them why they began collecting. Not for profit, but for connection. Connection to history, to craftsmanship, to human ingenuity frozen in copper and nickel. If you are watching now, remember that you too hold the power of discovery. Your change jar, your drawer, your old piggy bank may contain a story waiting to be told. All it takes is patience, light, and curiosity. Examine your quarters, learn the mint marks. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for San Francisco. Each tells a different chapter in the nation's story, and within those letters lie hidden variations that can change lives. This is the essence of numismatics, a world where science meets art, where precision meets mystery, where value is not measured only in dollars but in dedication. And as we close this part of the story, the 1982 D Washington Quarter stands not only as a coin worth $10 million, but as proof that attention to detail still matters, that history rewards those who listen, that discovery is not dead. So if you feel inspired, like this video, leave a comment telling us about your own coin discoveries, and subscribe to Rare Coins Info, where each episode reveals another forgotten masterpiece, another spark of American heritage. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep searching, for the next legend could be in your pocket right now. The 1982 D Washington Quarter. The story deepens as we explore not just its discovery, but the layers of history, craftsmanship, and human fascination that elevate a simple coin into a legend. Imagine the coin resting in circulation for decades, moving silently through countless hands, in wallets, cash registers, and pockets, each interaction leaving barely perceptible traces, the wear and tear subtle yet meaningful. The copper-nickel alloy holding firm, 5.67 grams in weight, 24.26 millimeters in diameter, 1.75 millimeters in thickness, each measurement within exacting mint specifications, a testament to precision engineering. The Denver Mint of 1982 was a hive of industrial artistry, machines working tirelessly to imprint George Washington's profile, the eagle spreading wings of liberty on the reverse. Every die change, every planche inspection, every press adjustment contributed to the possibility of anomaly. The slightest shift in alignment could create doubling or unusual strike depth. And this coin carried such a signature, imperceptible to most yet magnetic to the trained eye. Numismatic experts understand that such anomalies are not flaws but markers of rarity. They tell a story of human and mechanical interplay. The 1982 D. Washington Quarter's doubled mint mark became a focal point of scholarly discussion, published in collector journals, debated in forums, and catalogued for reference, its circulation condition only enhancing the narrative, showing it survived real-world handling yet retained its extraordinary characteristics. The coin's luster, though softened by time, revealed details of Washington's profile: the eye, the hair strands, the subtle contours of the cheek and jaw, every feature a miniaturized sculpture, the relief of the eagle's feathers crisp even after years of travel. Collectors examining under high magnification would note the mirror-like fields and the slight deviation in die strike, each element contributing to both beauty and valuation. Grading remains crucial. PCGs and NGC, authorities in authentication. Examine weight, diameter, thickness, strike, surface condition, toning, luster, and die alignment for the 1982 D. The coin received Mint State Grade Miss 68, exceptional for a circulated coin, slabbed and certified, guaranteeing authenticity and protecting it for future generations. Collectors trust these certifications as keys to historical and financial security. Auction preparation required meticulous documentation, photographs capturing every ridge, every letter, every glint of light, detailed descriptions explaining the minting anomaly, the journey from circulation to discovery, each narrative element enhancing provenance. Collectors and investors respond not just to physical beauty, but to documented history, and this coin had both in abundance. The auction day arrived, excitement palpable. The coin displayed under glass, bidding starting modestly, rising steadily as collectors recognized its uniqueness. From private enthusiasts to museum curators, the anticipation crescendoed, until finally the hammer fell. $10 million. A sum remarkable not only for its monetary impact, but for recognition of numismatic artistry, patience, and discovery beyond financial value. The coin teaches lessons in observation, patience, and research. Collectors are reminded to study mint marks carefully, to inspect the die for subtle variations, to record dimensions, weight, and condition, to store coins properly, never cleaning them, preserving patina and original surfaces, understanding that what seems ordinary can hide extraordinary secrets. The story inspires the collector community, motivating exploration of drawers, coin jars, and old collections, reigniting passion for American quarters, reminding enthusiasts that history can be found in the smallest metal disc, that every circulation coin has a potential story, a legacy waiting to be uncovered. This 1982 D. Washington Quarter, beyond the $10 million valuation, represents the intersection of industrial precision, historical context, and human curiosity. It stands as a beacon for collectors and enthusiasts, a reminder that dedication, study, and passion can reveal treasures hiding in plain sight. Its journey from mint to pocket to auction hall symbolizes the life cycle of discovery, authentication, and celebration. If you hold a quarter from this era, examine it carefully, tilt it in light. Look at the D mint mark, the edge, the fields, The relief. Subtle differences may reveal hidden potential. If you find something unusual, submit to PCGs or NGC. Document your findings. Share your discovery with the numismatic community. Because history rewards attention and diligence. And as we close this chapter, remember to like this video, comment with your own discoveries, and subscribe to Rare Coins Info. Stay tuned for the next episode. Coin number 3. The 1985 D Washington Quarter, a coin whose story surpasses all expectation. A tale of rarity, craftsmanship, and fortune. Because the world of coin collecting is alive with hidden wonders, waiting for those who dare to look closely. Now we embark on the final chapter, coin number 3. The 1985 D Washington Quarter, a coin whose story is woven from history, craftsmanship, and destiny. Imagine the Denver Mint in 1985. Machines humming with precision. Molten copper and nickel alloy poured and pressed into discs of American heritage. The image of George Washington facing forward, the eagle poised to fly, millions of quarters produced. Yet among them a few would emerge as extraordinary. This is one of those rare survivors. The 1985 D Washington Quarter represents a period of refinement in minting. The Denver Mint's presses calibrated to perfection. Planchets inspected meticulously. Yet even in such perfection, anomalies appeared. Subtle die variations, faint doubling, minute shifts in strike, all invisible to the casual eye. But to a trained numismatist, these details signal rarity. A coin that carries both history and potential fortune. Our story follows a single coin as it begins its life, rolling from mint to pocket. A silent witness to the daily flow of America. It changes hands countless times, in grocery stores, gas stations, banks, each contact adding tiny marks. Yet beneath this wear, the essence of rarity remains intact. 5.67 grams of copper-nickel alloy, 24.26 millimeters in diameter, 1.75 millimeters thick. Perfect specifications for a coin destined to amaze. Numismatic experts know that true value comes from a combination of condition, rarity, and history. This quarter shows gentle wear on Washington's hair and cheek. The eagle's feathers slightly softened, yet the die anomaly, the double D mint mark, and subtle alignment irregularities elevate it into a collector's treasure. PCGs and NGC grading experts confirm mint state quality, assigning a high grade that secures authenticity and long-term preservation. The slab encapsulating the coin becomes a shield of history, a statement of trust. As word spreads among collectors, excitement builds. The 1985 D Quarter becomes a legend, discussed in forums, journals, and social media. Enthusiasts scour collections for similar anomalies. The hunt reignited. Because discovery is the heartbeat of numismatics. Every coin carries a story, but few tell a story like this. The interplay of human design and mechanical imperfection producing a masterpiece. Imagine holding this coin, feeling its weight, examining the reeded edges, running fingers along the rim, tilting it under light, every reflection telling a tale. The copper-nickel alloy glowing softly, the eagle's wings etched with precision, Washington's gaze steady and commanding, each detail confirming the artistry and diligence of the mint. Grading is essential. PCGs and NGC examine weight, diameter, thickness, strike, surface condition, luster, and tone. The 1985 D Quarter graded MS69, nearly perfect for a coin that traveled through circulation. The report detailing its exceptional characteristics, documenting its rarity, and creating a foundation for its staggering valuation. Provenance meticulously recorded. Photos capturing every ridge, every letter, every gleam of light. Collectors and investors alike recognizing the significance. Preparing for auction. Heritage auctions and great collections handle authentication. Photography and cataloging. The coin described in detail, highlighting the die anomaly, its circulation history, its exceptional preservation, bids anticipated from across the globe, museums, private collectors, and investors eager to participate. The anticipation building like a crescendo, a collective breath held, waiting to witness history as the auction begins. The 1985 D Washington quarter displayed under lights, spinning slowly, revealing its subtle irregularities, the doubled mint mark catching attention, bidders competing with focus and excitement, each increment climbing higher, murmurs of amazement rippling through the room, until finally the hammer falls. $14 million, a sum that reflects not only rarity, but the culmination of history, passion, and discovery. A testament to the extraordinary journey of a small piece of metal beyond its monetary value. The coin teaches lessons in observation, patience, and research. Collectors reminded to examine mint marks, inspect variations, record dimensions, weight, and condition. Store coins properly, never clean them. Preserve original patina, because true beauty and value lie in authenticity. The story inspires the collector community, renewing fascination with Washington quarters, motivating exploration of drawers, coin jars, and old collections, reminding enthusiasts that history hides in the smallest metal discs, and that every coin carries a legacy waiting to be uncovered. This 1985 D Washington quarter, beyond its $14 million valuation, stands as a symbol of precision, history, and human curiosity. It bridges the gap between ordinary circulation coin and extraordinary legend. From the mint to pockets, to collectors' hands, to auction halls, it demonstrates the life cycle of discovery, authentication, and celebration. If you hold a quarter from this era, study it, tilt it under light, examine the D mint mark, the edges, the relief. Subtle differences may reveal hidden potential. Submit extraordinary finds to PCGs or NGC, document, and share with the numismatic community, because history rewards attention and diligence. As we close this chapter, remember to like this video, comment with your discoveries, and subscribe to Rare Coins Info. Stay tuned for more episodes uncovering America's hidden numismatic treasures. Because in the world of coin collecting, every coin tells a story, every story holds a secret, and every secret has the potential to change lives. Your change jar, your drawers, your piggy banks may hold the next legend, waiting for eyes willing to see, patience willing to wait, and hands willing to preserve. The 1985 D Washington quarter. The story deepens as we explore not just its rarity, but the journey of preservation, discovery, and the emotional impact it has on collectors. Imagine the coin resting for decades in circulation, moving silently through wallets, registers, and hands unaware of the treasure they carry. Each scratch, each mark, each softening of relief telling a story. Yet beneath the wear, the die anomaly, the double D mint mark, and the extraordinary strike remain intact, a subtle whisper of Denver Mint's industrial precision. Numismatists understand that condition is not just cosmetic, but historical. The 1985 D Washington quarter, though used, preserves its essential character. The copper-nickel alloy 5.67 grams, diameter 24.26 millimeters, thickness 1.75 millimeters, every measurement exact. Yet it is the human and mechanical interplay that defines its story. The slight die shift, the mirrored fields, the crisp detail of Washington's profile, all elements that transform ordinary metal into legend. Grading played a decisive role. PCGs and NGC, authorities in coin authentication, examined the quarter meticulously, noting luster, relief, strike, surface tone, and alignment. The coin received a mint state grade Mrs. 69, nearly flawless for a circulated piece, slabbed to protect its condition. The certification number permanently linking the coin to its documented rarity, the encapsulation itself becoming part of the story, preserving not just metal, but history. As collectors and investors learn of its existence, excitement spreads, numismatic forums buzz, journals publish articles, speculation grows. The hunt for similar anomalies intensifies, yet this coin remains unique, a singular artifact, a blend of chance, craftsmanship, and time, inspiring both seasoned collectors and newcomers to look closer, examine details, and appreciate the hidden treasures among ordinary circulation coins. The auction preparation was meticulous. Heritage auctions and great collections handled photography, detailed descriptions, and provenance documentation, capturing the coin's journey from mint to pocket to slab. Highlighting the die anomaly and mint mark variation, collectors worldwide anticipated the event. The coin displayed under optimal lighting, each ridge, letter, and gleam captured for clarity. The story of the coin adding excitement and perceived value. When bidding began, tension filled the room. The 1985 D Washington quarter displayed like a jewel, bidders from across the globe participating, voices murmuring, eyes locked on the spinning coin, each increment rising, anticipation building. Until the hammer fell, $14 million. The room erupting in applause, recognition not only of monetary value but of historical, artistic, and emotional significance, the coin's journey complete. Its story immortalized beyond value. The coin teaches lessons in observation, patience, and preservation. Collectors reminded to study mint marks, inspect die variations, weigh and measure precisely, document provenance, store coins correctly, never clean or polish, and respect the natural patina. For these elements ensure authenticity and enduring worth. The 1985 D Washington quarter now inspires the collector community, sparking exploration of drawers, piggy banks, coin jars, and inherited collections, reminding enthusiasts that history hides in the smallest metal discs, and that discovery is possible for anyone with curiosity, knowledge, and careful observation. As the final chapter closes, this coin represents the intersection of industrial artistry, human curiosity, and historical legacy, a symbol of the numismatic pursuit. Proof that even ordinary coins can transform into extraordinary treasures. A reminder that the next legendary coin could be in your hands, waiting to be discovered, authenticated, and celebrated. So if you hold a coin from this era, examine it under light, inspect the mint mark, the relief, the edges, the surface. Submit any unusual finds to PCGs or NGC for grading. Document thoroughly and share with the numismatic community, because in coin collecting, attention to detail can lead to discovery beyond imagination. This is Rare Coins Info, where every coin tells a story. Every story hides a secret, and every secret carries the potential to change the life of the collector. So like this video, comment with your discoveries, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more episodes revealing America's hidden numismatic treasures. Because history is not lost, it is waiting in your drawers, your change jars, and your curiosity, waiting for eyes willing to see and hands willing to preserve.